Hi guys. So I don't like getting my hopes up because then they get squashed and I feel meh. Yeah. So anyway, I was watching the video where all the people in the PLL cast were talking about the AD reveal, and there was something that Janel Parish said that kind of took me aback and made me start thinking. So I'll read you the tweet, or I found a quote of it on Twitter, Tumblr, whatever. I'll read it to you. It says, AD's connection to the girls and why is so incredible. It's a beautiful story. Marlene wrote it so wonderfully. I think it surprised us all. None of the casts were even close to what it actually is. Who's behind it and why? You get so much backstory and it goes so deep. Alright, now I do take everything that I get from anybody who's ever worked on the show ever with a grain of salt, because the Charlotte reveal or the Charles reveal was supposed to be amazing and jaw-dropping when I didn't think that at all. I was kind of very disappointed, but it's fine, it's okay. I'm over that, kind of, not really, but I can say that I am. So now that made me think. She said something about a deep connection, and I didn't want to read any of the Tumblr add-ons because I didn't want my thought process to be tainted, because that's what happens all the time. Like, I'll think something and then I'll read something else and then I'll change my thought process and anyway. So anyway, my thought is that, like, there's a deep connection between the girls and whoever is AD. The only thing that I can think that all 5 girls did together or have done together, like, you know, in a way of this much that would have such a hold, would be the Jenna Thing. And I was listening to someone on the radio this morning talk about the Jenna Thing, and they actually brought up a good point. The only way that this would make any sense would be if somebody else was in the room with Jenna, or in the garage with Jenna, if that makes sense. That's the only thing that I can think of that would have enough of a hold on the girls or on anyone who would ever, like, try to hurt the girls, because attempted murder of Jenna, that's kind of, you know, I would want retaliation of that. But if they actually murdered someone, then I would definitely want some justice for that, especially if they murdered someone that you can't tell was there. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense, but I'll explain. So my thought process is, the person who was with Jenna had to be someone that nobody would want to be associated with, because not only was Jenna there, but Toby was able to get Jenna out of the burning building, which means he either didn't see whoever Jenna was in there with, or he ignored whoever Jenna was in there with. So I'm thinking maybe someone escaped Radley earlier than we thought they did and was in that building with Jenna, talking to Jenna, and then the girls are in there or over there for some reason. I don't even know if we even know why the Jenna thing happened. I'm sure someone told us at some point some BS answer, but I don't know. So I'm thinking that the whole ulterior motive for all of this happens because someone died in that fire in that house. And then after that, everything popped off. That's when everything was going on. It has to be the Jenna thing. So let's say, for argument's sake, that Bethany was in the house, or the garage, and she was talking to Jenna for some reason. I don't know why. We're just using Bethany as a placeholder. Now the girls are all going crazy and decide to blow up the garage. Bethany's in there, doesn't get taken out, Bethany dies. Later on, that same Bethany body, even though now it would either be burned or somehow, maybe she was able to hide under a tarp but died of asphyxiation from no oxygen, so her body would still be preserved. Not a tarp, but, like, you know, something that's flame resistant or something. Because I don't think we haven't ever seen the body, so we don't know what it looks like. We don't know what condition it's in. We don't know what happened. but it's possible that it could be completely burned, and that would make a lot of sense if the body was completely burned and it was about the same size as Allie and you can't see any of it. Then you could be like, oh, okay, this must be Allison De Laurentiis, the missing girl, because who's going to report a missing person from an insane asylum? Because that's just a liability. That's just an accident waiting to happen. Does that, you know, do you see where I'm going? Anyway, Bethany is killed. So whoever loves Bethany would obviously want retaliation for her. This could kind of connect Jenna to everything if Bethany and Jenna were there and they were like a thing, but I don't think that would be the nature of it because Jenna's never really done too much. Sure, she's been like rude to them, but she hasn't really ever done too much other than said things to them. She's not, I don't think Jenna's much of a threat. Maybe Bethany was Mona's friend, because Mona did have that friend Leslie, whose point I still don't understand of adding her. I don't know why she was in the whole show. I think the point of adding her was to show you that that Mona has a life outside of the girls or the liars. So it's possible that Mona, Lucas, and Bethany were all friends, and when the girls killed them, that detached something sane inside Mona's head and was like, okay, we need to kill them all. Ooh, alternative theory. What if Lucas, Mona, and Hannah were all friends with Bethany? Like, they're all 4 friends. Because we know that Hannah joined the Liars' little friend group after other people. And she was like, you know, hefty Hannah. So she was definitely with the outcasts. So what if the 4 of them were friends, they killed Bethany, and then Lucas and Mona do a whole Katie Haring mean girl thing with Hannah and use her as a spy in the group of the girls to get like retaliation. I just really like the concept of Hannah being AD. I don't know, guys. So that's pretty much what I think. To sum up everything, Bethany or someone could have been in the house in the garage that got blown up, died. So now whoever is AD wants retaliation for Bethany's death. I think it makes sense that way. The hard thing would just be drawing a relationship between Bethany and whoever loved her, or whoever was the loved one that died and whoever loved her or him the most and would want to get revenge against the girls. It would have to be someone young at the time, because that's not a rational way of thinking. Like, if that were to happen, any adult would be like, throw these girls in jail, let them face a trial, maybe they'll get the death penalty. This line of torture, there's a disconnect there. So something's not right. But let me know what you think. The show comes back so soon, guys, and I'm excited for it. I just caught a fly in my hand. So the show comes back so soon, guys. I'm so excited, and I hope you are too. So until next time, bye.